Hi y'all, today I did another eyeshadow look from the Delancey Olive Earth palette. I love this palette. I cannot get enough of this palette. So stick around and see what I did. Hey you guys, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a fabulous day. I'm going to go into the Delancey Olive Earth palette again. You guys know I cannot get enough of this palette, so I'm going to do something probably with khaki green, and then I have a little metallic eyeshadow I'm going to put on top of that. But let's get started with the face. I've already prepped, primed my eyes. So for primer for my face, I'm going to go in with, let me see, how about the NYX Pore Filler? I really love this, this primer, although I'm running out of it. It's like the ugliest primer I've ever seen. Like, this looks like a bad zit was popped. But it's really good stuff. And it makes my face, oh, it's squirting out like a bad zit too. And it makes my face feel really good. It really fills in the pores and makes my face feel baby butt smooth. Oh, I need to move my stuff out of the way. And it really evens out the skin tone as well. I don't know how it does it. It must be magic. But it really evens out the skin tone. It makes my face feel wonderful. Fills in the pores, makes everything more even. Like, just without foundation, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I can tell that my face looks like 75% better. Just with the primer on. And I need to get more of that because I'm running out and I really, really like it. Alright, for foundation, let me see. We'll go, let me just pick one. Go into the Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation in the shade Soft Ivory. This one I believe has a little spatula. Yeah, it has a little spatula. So I'm just going to slather this on my face. Uh-oh, I have a hair in there. Okay, let me see if that's enough. And then I'm just going to take my foundation brush and smooth that all over my face. Like, I can even tell how the foundation's going on. Like, how good this primer is. It's just going on so smoothly. It's very nice. Try to get around my brows without screwing them up too much. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with a sponge. I don't know which sponge I need to use. Play this one. And I'm back to dry sponges now. I'm not using damp sponges anymore. The only reason I was using damp sponges is because I wanted the sponge to be a little bit bigger and softer, and that's it. That's the only reason. Other than that, I really like dry sponges, but I'm just gonna use this dry sponge, even though it kind of feels like I'm beating my face in. But I like the finish of it a lot more than with a damp sponge. I think the damp sponge kind of makes everything a little more sheer, and I don't like that. I like to have a cake face. I have a double nose ring in right now, and I get foundation like in between like the two nose rings. I might change that back to a single nose ring because it's just annoying. But yeah, the finish of using a dry sponge is just so much better, I think. And it keeps the makeup where it's supposed to be. It doesn't like suck it all into the sponge, which I really like. For concealer, gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Cool Ivory. See if I can fix my mirror. I really like this shade. The only thing I don't like is how skinny the bottle is and how small the what is it called, a dofa? How small the dofa is. But other than that, I really like the product. Let me find another sponge. See how it just keeps the product like exactly where I want it, and it doesn't like spread it out unless I want it spread out. With a damp sponge, you kind of really can't control where it goes, where it spreads out to, but with a dry sponge you really can. Ow. I can never do my makeup without poking my eye out once, at least once. So if you guys have a second, if you could just go and hit the subscribe button, I would surely appreciate it. For concealer, contour, let me see. What haven't I used in a while? Let me try this. This is the Essence Baby Got Bronze. And it smells so good. I love how Essence, like they usually put a scent in their products. I love that. Like just a little bit of extra effort. What I really like about products is not only just the product, but how they smell, if they make it smell good, and the packaging. I love a good packaging. I don't know what this smells like. It smells like some kind of a good chapstick or something. I'm going to kind of bring it up on my jaw a little further than I normally do, because I'm trying to cover up those jowls. Just a little bit. Alright, let me find a blender, sponge, oh my gosh, a sponge for this, and I'll blend that out a little bit, mostly around the edges. Okay, what's next? Blush. Do I even want blush? I'm kind of over the blush. But let me, you know what? I want to do something really scary. I have a blush here that I'm so scared to use. This is from Revolution. This is Super Dewy Liquid Blush in the shade Blush Me Up. This is the actual color. So I'm just going to take the tiniest bit of this because I'm so scared, but I've been really wanting to use it for some reason. If there's any in there. Hello? Where is it? Is it dried up? What is going on? I feel like it's going to come squirting out at me. Okay, I'm too scared of this. I'm not going to use it. So I will use, let me see. Okay, I have an e.l.f. monochromatic multi-stick in the shade Glimmering Guava. I'm just going to put a little bit, see, this is very pigmented. So I'm just going to put a little bit on. Wow, that is very pigmented. Way to go, e.l.f. I'm going to take my blush sponge, kind of just blend that out a little bit. Alright, for powder, I'm going to go in with my NYX HD finishing powder in the shade Transition. I'm just going to put this on my T-zone area before I go in with the loose powder. And then for loose powder, I'll go in with the Wet n Wild Photofocus Translucent Loose Powder. And you just want to push that in as much as you can on the areas where you put concealer to keep it from creasing. Although it doesn't work for me because I'm old and I have wrinkles and everything. Like at the end of the day, all of my under eye wrinkles are very prominent. But that's only if you get really close up to me. Nobody gets that close but Barry. Otherwise, nobody really gets that close to me. I'm just going to push that in. It just, and take a powder brush and just swipe away the excess powder. And that also kind of covers up the blush a little bit, which is good because it was very pigmented. The setting spray I'm going to go in with is Ucanbe All Day Fixer Makeup Setting Spray Matte Finish Mist. And then I'm going to give that a second to dry. Okay, for blush, I'm going to go into the Oulac Summertime Blush Mono, and it's kind of orange, kind of peachy looking. So I'm just going to put that over the pink and maybe come up with some kind of a cool peachy corally kind of color. That looks good. And then for bronzer, going to go in with the Rimmel Natural Bronzer in the shade Sun Bronze. All right, for highlighter, I'm gonna go in with the Catrice More Than Glow highlighter in the shade Supreme Rose Beam. I've really been liking this highlighter lately. I've been kind of over like the true gold highlighters. This is more of a rosy, silvery color, which I really like. I always use the gold, like towards the gold color highlighter, but I've really been liking this one. And I like to shine, so I go a little heavy-handed with the highlighter. I want to be seen from space. Okay, that's it for the face. Let me go get ready for the eyes. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a black eyeliner and just do my water lines and lash lines and tight line. And turn my mirror around so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go down a little bit off of the water line just so it can show up more, like when the water takes the makeup off my waterline, then you'll still be able to see a little bit of black eyeliner. And then I'm going to take the pencil and just kind of go in between my eyelashes, not really on the waterline. I used to do that. I used to just always put it on the waterline, but the problem is that my eyes water so much when I put on eyeliner that I just stop doing it. And the idea is that you want to make your lash line look thicker anyway, and you don't want to see any skin. And this does the same exact thing for that. And I'm not being real precise because I'm going to go over it with other eyeliner later. And also the lashes are going to cover up everything I'm doing. So it doesn't, you don't have to be very precise on this step. Alright, now I thought I was going to use the khaki colored, but I think I'm going to go in with the olive branch color, because, which is this one, because it matches my liquid eyeshadow, metallic eyeshadow better. So let me find a packing brush, kind of a big one. Here, this one's good. So I'm going to dip into that olive branch color, and I'm just going to start making a circle or a half circle. This brush might be too big. Let me just do this at the top. Yeah, this brush is a little too big. Let me get a smaller one for like the inner corner. And I also use this brush for the bottom. Now I'm just going to take this color and I'm going to put it all over the lid. Now I'm kind of going around the edges and I'm kind of pat blending before I go in and do the other kind of blending, like the circle blending. Just pat blending to make those edges a little softer. And then I'm going to go around with a big fluffy brush and kind of just very lightly blend that out. I'm going to take a little bit more product, just a tiny bit, and I'm just going to kind of blend that out. Okay, let me do this to my other eye. And then all over the lid. And now I'm pat blending the edges. And then I'll go in with a tad bit more product and then I'll just blend, softly blend the edges. And I'm not blending them way out. I don't want it to be like a very smoky look. I just want the edges to be a little softer. I don't want like a real blown out smoky look. See that those are even. I think they are. I'm going to go in with a little more product on the lids. Are those even? They're even enough, I think. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the Aflano Diamond Metallic Eyeshadow in the shade 24H, and this is like a green. Let me see. Let me swatch it for you, or just put it on my finger. It's like an antique green gold kind of a shade, and I'm just going to put this all over the lid. This is a little more subtle than the other looks I did with this eyeshadow palette. When I used the shimmers from the eyeshadow palette, it was a lot more gold in it and a lot shinier. And I'm just going to kind of pat this around the edges, but I don't want to get all the way to the edge. I want that to stay like a true olive green. So I'm just basically putting this on the lid. Okay, so that is the eyeshadow look. I'm going to take this flat brush that I was using before, and I'm going to dip it into the olive green, and I'm going to smudge this out a little bit below the eyeliner. I keep looking in the big mirror just to make sure they're even, and I think they are. So I'm gonna go in with my, where's my, actually let me go do my eyelashes and I'll be back. Okay, so for lip liner I use the Colourpop Lippie stick, of course, and the pen and the Lippie pencil in the shade BFF2. And then for lipstick I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Infallible in the shade Fairytale Ending. Once this dries down a little bit, I'll go back around with the lip liner and kind of blend them together. Am I even in the middle of the screen? For my eyelashes, I'm going to go in with the Benefit Cosmetics They're Real Magnet. And I'm going to put this on the tips of my false lashes. It kind of brings them out a little bit longer, and it makes them look more normal, I think. I don't like false lashes that don't have mascara on it. It's just a thing with me. So I always put mascara on my false lashes. And that way you can kind of shape them however you want. Like if you want them spiky, you can push them together and make them spiky. Like you can do all different kinds of things with eyelashes without, you know, even though they're a certain type or a certain way. Like I like to push them together and make them a little more spiky. And I like these eyelashes because they're very curly. Excuse me, curly, which I don't really like really curly eyelashes. But these I like. You can still actually see the eyeshadow with these lashes. So I really like these lashes. And I think I either got them from Temu or Amazon. I'm not sure which. I don't have the packaging anymore, so I'm not really sure. So I apologize for that. Oh, and I forgot to do my bottom lashes. Let me do my bottom lashes. My bottom lashes, I'm going in with the same mascara, obviously. Hopefully I don't get any hair in them. I love this mascara. It just like brings out your eyelashes so well. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm blocking you again. Sorry about that. And then my lipstick has dried down, and I'm just going to go around with the lip liner and kind of use the side of the lip liner instead of the pointy part, and I'm just going to kind of blend. And then kind of color in the side so I have a little bit of definition. Whoop. Nice, I like that combo. Alright, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else to do, so this is it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for sticking around. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!